I'm working on my crystal canvas art designs. That it's a 60 by 60 canvas that I just work on in between, you know, my other 3 WIPs I've got going right now. I haven't worked on it in like a week, and I thought that since I'm sitting here watching weather take place in other parts of the country before I have to start watching it in my part of the country, I could get on here and do a WIP and Chat. I don't have a ton of time to stay on here. I have tried to start this. I've had to start and stop numerous times because my dog has lost her mind because the neighbors are out just kind of milling around in their yards, and you know, like you do in the spring. And then the neighborhood cats walking around, and you know, other dogs started barking because the cat was walking. It was just a vicious circle. So then of course that makes the bird go crazy, and yeah. But I am using my Picmondu, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know, could be totally wrong. Vacuum pen, little that I got off Amazon. I'll link it below, but I'm sure you guys have seen it like 100 times. But this is my third, so I did kind of a comparison. This is like my third vacuum pen that I've tried. And I did 3D print me a other pen, but then I also 3D printed me some multi-placers for said pen, and the multi-placer broke off in the pen and ruined it. And so it's been so humid, I haven't really been able to print. So, well, I shouldn't, because like I did last night and it caused a jam because, you know, it is pretty persnickety with humidity. Persnickety. If you're young, you probably have never heard that word. But anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's Monday. I went in this morning and I had my blood. I had to go do blood work this morning and, you know, check my A1C for the year. And I told you guys that I have been dehydrated. So they wanted to check all of that. And I'm hypokalemic, so my potassium, I feel, has dropped pretty low. That can be a result of being dehydrated. So, yeah, I had to get all that done this morning. So that's the first thing I did on Monday morning. Then went into work and worked on going through some invoices to put together for grant paperwork I have to do, and you know, just Monday stuff. Now I'm just waiting to hear on my blood work. I should get some sort of notification tonight that my test results are in and I can go look at them. And after all this time, I kind of know what's what, so we'll see. I hope you're not being impacted, or we're not impacted, because by the time this goes up, it may not be over because there's a lot of rain coming. There's more severe weather coming. I was going to say, I hope you were not impacted by severe weather. I am watching, there are multiple tornado watches across the central U.S. until later tonight, and there are tornado warnings all over. But, you know, we do have like moderate risk in places in Oklahoma, but not where I am for tornadic weather. I mean, we have some limited threat, but it's not moderate or anything like that. So I may get to go to bed at a decent time tonight, which would be nice. Last weekend, I think it was it last weekend? It was Easter weekend that the weather kicked my behind, and that was already because I was already, you know, dehydrated. not feeling well and then having to stay up late because in my part of Oklahoma, 9 times out of 10 when severe weather rolls through, it's late, like early morning hours. So we had, you know, a few rounds go through, and I didn't get a lot of rest, and so it kicked my hiney. I'm sorry, I know that when I shake this that I don't pay any attention because I've got this, it's an arm that attaches. I set at a drafting table when I do my bigger canvases. And the drafting table, it literally, the bottom of it rolls underneath my couch. So I have to attach this arm to this drafting table if I want to do WIP and Chats while I'm here. It's not any different than if I'm out on my little hospital rolling table that I use for my smaller ones. But this one seems to shake a little bit more, and I think it's because, you know, it's attached and then it comes out, it goes up, and I don't know. I like it though, because I can get down here on my WIP and hopefully you can see what's going on, because I can't see. Just because right now the angle that I have the camera, I can't see. So when I do big canvases like this one, I cover them in parchment paper, and I don't take my washi tape and I don't section it out, and I don't do any of that because I am one of these people that when I start in on, here she goes, she hears dogs, here she comes. You hear that? That's me just tapping my drills to get them down here in the corner so I can shake them out. When I start in on a section that I like, if I remove the release paper, I think I have to get all of that done before I can stop. And that has kept me up some nights that I didn't need to be kept up. So when I sat down tonight, I sat and cut. I took my ruler. I keep a ruler in my little case over here. And I apologize for the dog. And took my ceramic cutter and just sectioned off a piece of that parchment paper to what I think I can get done tonight. Now, truthfully, I was probably overzealous with that tonight, and I think because of not feeling so great that I may just fold this back and put my cover minder on it and call it good when it's time to, when I get tired and storms have passed and so on. I'll be like, okay, I'm done. I do not have to get this whole section done. I love release papers, but I don't want to cut them because I reuse them. Especially like the pretty ones that like you get from Bee's Crafty Corner and stuff. You don't want to cut those. You want to reuse those. So yeah, that's what I do when I do these bigger canvases. So I also didn't bring my release papers in here, so I just happened to have one of these from the last time I worked. It was in my case over here, my canister case, and I'm using that to keep me from sticking to the canvas. So I have one of my followers, and it's someone that I really have been chatting with quite a bit. She's becoming a friend of mine. She said that she's had like 5 of her Temu orders canceled in the last few days. Does anybody else experience that? Everything that I had ordered from them had already shipped out. I'm pretty sure before they started charging these tariff fees. I mean, I am not, y'all, I am not going to pay $50 on a $30 order. That's crazy. So, I mean, but there's other companies I can, I'm still going to be doing hauls, and it's not going to be all premium. It's not going to be all budget. You know, someone said, I'm really worried about the diamond painting community. You guys, we still have Amazon. Yes, they're going to raise their prices a little bit. Shein has stated on their site that their tariff fees are built into the price. So yeah, they increased their price a little bit, but it's not outrageous. I mean, that's who I'm going to be like probably ordering my haul canvases and stuff from, and my budget friendlies to do. I mean, I have enough budget friendly, you guys. I'm going to be really honest. For me, my daughter, my soon-to-be daughter-in-law, I say soon-to-be, they're engaged. I don't know when they're going to get married. My grandchildren, and possibly some of their children, depending on how fast people work through their canvases. I have a lot, but that has a lot to do with me doing the channel as well. I am going to be giving canvases away over on Facebook and my group and so on, but I am a collector of diamond paintings. So, I mean, I am going to haul paintings to show you guys what you can get. Now, I do still have some Temu that I need to show you guys. But I stated yesterday how I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 3 at a time. And then I'm going to do an image search of the canvas and see, like on Shein, and I was going to do AliExpress, but my gosh, they're charging outrageous. They were. Now, they weren't this afternoon, but that doesn't mean that they won't do it again. So, you know, it's just kind of like 50-50 on that. Like, we'll just have to check from time to time, but see if we can find comparable canvases, if not the exact same thing, because we know they all kind of carry sometimes the same things, same images and so on. So we'll do a search for that and see what we can find. And, you know, I think it was Diamond Grandma said last night, don't sleep on Walmart. You know, Walmart carries the diamond dots, the $9.99, $9.96, $9.98, $9.90 something diamond dots. They also have other diamond art, because, you know, they don't sell. Walmart.com. It's kind of like Amazon in a way that they have third-party sellers, so not everything is shipped and sold by Walmart. If you only want to order things that are shipped and sold by Walmart, then you need to choose them as your seller over in the options when you, on the left-hand side of the page. Okay. That's your little FYI for Walmart. But they have diamond art. Amazon still has diamond art. They have a lot of diamond art. There are other companies that have diamond art. Are all the prices going to go up? Probably so. But now I'm just going to tell you, I don't allow political posts here on my page. On my page, well, I guess it's my YouTube page, yeah. My YouTube channel, I guess. because I just don't, I mean, it's not that I don't respect your opinion and your views. It has to do with, I don't want no drama. I diamond paint, as do a lot of other people, as a stress and anxiety relief. A lot of people are already stressed and they're having a lot of anxiety over these tariffs and their fear of not being able to continue doing the craft that they love because they don't have those canvases like some of us others do. Okay? So let's not create more stress and drama for people than there already is. I just don't like it. I don't allow it in my Facebook group. I don't allow it over here on my channel. It's not a place for it, you guys. It's just not, to me, there's not a place for it. So, if you say something that's political, especially if it's hateful, I'll just delete it. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to delete comments, but I will, because I don't want anybody stressing anybody out. Man, it's almost 8 o'clock. It's crazy. I'm trying to think, do I have any laundry? I did some laundry, and so it's just some towels. I need to throw them in the dryer. I'm like, I don't have anything in the dryer, do I? Pretty sure I took that all out yesterday. You ever do that? You're like, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I did, because it was all stuff for like jeans and shirts and stuff like that, and I don't leave it in the dryer. I try not to leave anything in the dryer, but towels, I don't sweat it as bad. Probably the only thing I don't sweat leaving in the dryer. Sorry, I'm looking at radar. I have to do that from time to time to make sure that these storms are not building and I need to get off here. And no, they are over in Arkansas and Missouri. Not that there's not more coming, right? But the ones I was watching have made their way to Arkansas and portions of Missouri. So I'm good. How long have I been talking? Only 17 minutes. I feel like I've been talking forever. Do you know why? Because I was talking quite a while before that, and SAS was working, and I had to stop. But I don't talk as much when I do a WIP and Chat, and I know that's the whole point. But I get working, and then I'm like, oh, wait, hey, I'm filming. I need to be talking. But Michael's. So Michael's has diamond art. But Hobby Lobby has their Studio Delights line. You guys, then they're Temu priced. They are Temu priced. So there's that. There is always that. Have y'all thought about eBay and Macari, Poshmark, D-Stash sites? And not all D-Stash sites are for premium canvases. In fact, I'm thinking about starting just like once a week. You could, do some D-Stash over in my group if we continue not being able to get canvases. And so people who have canvases that they want to get rid of and people who are looking for canvases can get together. I won't be responsible for any of it. I'll tell you guys that right now. So if I do that, that's all on y'all. Like if someone sells you a canvas and then they don't ship it, yes, tell me. If I do this, I don't even know. And I will remove them from the group, but I will not be responsible for, you know, the payment and so on and so forth. I mean, this is going to be something completely removed from me. But I know that there are people that have canvases that might want to get rid of some, and people who are looking for some. So that's an option. But there are destash sites all over Facebook. And like I said, not all are premium. So I'm just a member of a couple because, you know, I was looking for that Chuck, for my Chuck Pensons, and I found one yesterday thanks to one of my subscribers who sent me a message on Facebook. It's in the group and says, hey, someone just listed one of your Chuck Pensons that you're wanting in a D-stash. And guys, I was able, it was affordable, so it wasn't like highway robbery, and very affordable. And I was able to get it, and should be here in a few days. So that makes me very, very happy. So this is part of the stream here that I'm working on, the little brook or stream or whatever you want to call it, that pond that is in this image. Ooh, that is crooked. So I was posting about how that I don't multi-place, and I have started multi-placing now. I'm still learning. It's a slow process. It is a frustrating process sometimes, but someone says, I think you're just a perfectionist when it comes to your drill placement. I'm like, a little bit. So this all right here being crooked is driving me a little crazy, but I'm not going to straighten it until I'm done with this section, and then I'll straighten it and roll it and move on to the next section. But yes, I do like them to be very straight. I don't know if I told you guys the story about, so my daughter and her fiance, they diamond paint, and my daughter she likes her drills straight. You can tell by looking at her canvases and so on. And her fiance is just like, oh, whispers like, you know, I can't find that color, or I don't have enough of that color, so we're going to put this color here. My daughter's like, you can't do that. Excuse me. And, yeah, I'm the same way. I'd be like, you can't, you can't do that. You've got to do it this way. So my daughter sent me, a picture of a couple of their completions, and one was Whispers and one was Alexis. Alexis is my daughter. And I said, your drill placement is really good. And she went back to Whisper and she said, my mom says that your drill placement is not any good. And she's like, I don't believe that your mom said that. And she said, well, my drill placement was good, and she didn't say anything about yours. Oh my gosh. So anyway, so my daughter, she likes to have hers all like straightened and lined up too. But I have found that if I just straighten them out when I am working, after I'm done with the section, it just kind of works out better, because when I'm trying to like push a drill into a place or whatever, they're going to slide. So I now just try to do my best as I straighten it out to wait until I'm done with the section, and then I'll just take my straightener and I will straighten it and take my little roller and roll it, and yeah. And then when I'm done with the canvas, I go over the whole canvas looking at it, and yeah, that's probably why I don't like to multi-place. And I know that a lot of times it's just, no one would really notice it but me, but I notice it. And then, yeah, sometimes like this, you got to notice that it's crooked. I'll watch other people's WIP and Chats, and sometimes it gives me anxiety because their drills are so crooked. And it's just crooked for the moment, especially on squares, because they're like, oh, when you get them all in, they all line out. And I'm like, but do they really? And I think that was one of the reasons why squares intimidated me so much. And I'm not really going to say intimidated. I just shied away from them because I'm like, oh, I watched so many WIP and Chats, and people's squares were so crazy crooked that I'm like, oh, I don't think I can handle that. Like, is that a thing? Like, does it happen to everybody's squares? Then you watch somebody like, I think is it Rachel Ray? And like when she lays her drills down, I mean, they are straight. I'm like, can I be her? Can I can I channel her when I diamond paint? Like, how do you get to be that good, right? Like how do you get them to just go on there straight? So I did watch, she did do a series, like I said, I believe it's her, on how to diamond paint with squares to multi-place and get them straight. And I watched that. Do I have very many more of these? Do I need to pull? I'm trying to decide if I need to pour out more or just keep going with what I got. But yeah. Temu keeps sending me app notifications. And I'm thinking that if things don't get better, I don't know. I'm just going to delete the app. And so when I go to do things, so like if the tariffs, like if it ends up being like a really long-term thing, this tariff war that's going on with between the countries, like, well, you're going to do this, so I'm going to do that. Then I'll just delete it off my phone, so I'll quit getting notifications. I'll keep it on like my iPad and stuff like that. But I mean, I won't be shopping there, so I don't need the notifications on my phone, right? Right. Is that it? Am I missing any? Can you guys see any? I think I'm going to do, see what time it is. I have 15 minutes. I'm going to do one more symbol with you guys. I think I'll do the question. Oh, there's some fives. Dang it. See, that happens every time. You guys probably are like, Kim, you're missing some fives. 3 little fives right there. So, ooh, I'm sticking. Gotta move. I don't stick anymore. Then sometimes I forget when I have like this parchment paper, if it's a release paper, whatever I'm working with, whatever I'm laying my hand on at the time. And sometimes I forget to look underneath there. Just, oh, I'm like, oh, missed it, you know. But there's a question mark even on this. There are 66 colors on this canvas. And if the question mark, which one's the question mark, is not in the first 60, it won't get done till the last. Where's the question mark? Seriously? I'll look over here. It's easier. Number 33. So, where's my question mark? It's actually one that I don't have numbered. It's I actually have the symbol on, and I still couldn't find it. Yeah. That's the kind of day I'm having. So, like I said, I do work off of a drafting table, so I am at a slight incline. Now, I can tilt it where it's down, but then I'm leaning over it and it's not comfortable. Here, I'm just kind of like leaning back against the pillows on my couch and working. I mean, it's really, really comfortable. But I have those sticky pads, and that's how, like, I've got my drill canister over there, because I have to keep my drill canister, whatever I'm working on, because if I get distracted, I'm like, what the heck? What am I working on? Which color is this? Where was I? So yeah, that's the reason why I order a bunch of sticky pads, or I used to all the time with my Temu orders. And a lot of times I just didn't even like haul it. Like I say, okay, well, I got this or whatever, because I was constantly getting those because I use those a lot. But you can get them on Amazon too, and they're not that much higher than what they were on Temu. I'm cold. It's getting cold. Oh, it says it's 74 in here. Okay, so you guys are going, 74? That's a heat wave. I'm very cold-natured. Very, very cold-natured. 73 is a very comfortable temperature for me. Oop, that's upside down. That's one thing about these, like your clear or your silverish like crystals that I'm working on in this water, that if they're turned upside down, and I have a lamp, an ot light over here that clamps onto the table, if all of that hits just right, I can't tell which way these rhinestones are facing. And that's what that one was. Just the light hit it a certain way. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Confirm tornado. I'm sorry. See, that's me. That's me, like, not multitasking. Well, like, confirm tornado on the ground. Where? It's in Wisconsin, it looks like. Anyway, I can't hear. I don't have it turned up. I don't want to get nabbed for copyright. That's why I have to put my phone on silent so that I don't get nabbed for that either with ringtone. So what companies besides like the obvious, like outside of DAC, Dreamer Designs, Temu, Shein, Amazon, AliExpress, where are you buying your diamond paintings from? If you're not buying from there, or if you are buying from there and you're buying from other places, where are you buying from? I was looking on Etsy as I'm doing my small shop stuff. Like I said, I already have my next small shop lined up. I already have a couple lined up. So, but I was on Etsy really looking, and some of them, the price, and not knowing anything about them kind of threw me off a little bit, but not all. There are some that are affordable. But I have bought all all the premium canvases that I am going to buy this month, and unless something crazy comes out next month that I have to have next month as well. Because I have premium canvases for you that I need to unbox that I have not. That are still available on websites. I have the diamond painting Deepu. See, I cannot talk today. Diamond painting depot. I have 4 canvases coming in from them. Who else do I have some? I think that's it. I have a PR package coming in that they told me that's been shipped. Now we'll see if it gets stuck in customs or not, or it gets stuck as it comes in the country. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. I just don't know. I don't. But I know that when I checked my Temu earlier to see where my orders were, when, you know, I was told that, you know, someone's has 5 orders canceled in the last 2 days off of Temu. I'm like, I better go check. It told me my last one was on a plane headed this way. So hopefully I'll get those in before all the craziness starts. Or hopefully it clears customs before all that craziness starts. Just get into the possession of the United States Postal Service, right? So yeah, I'm cold. It's like my legs are cold. I'm just cold. As soon as I get done with these question marks, there's none down here. I don't see any underneath here. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to put my towels in the dryer. I'm going to take a hot bath. I'm going to drink some water. Because I haven't drank any while I've been on here. In fact, I haven't even eaten dinner. And it's almost 8 o'clock. I don't eat this late, but I'm going to have to eat something. Maybe some fruit. I have some sliced strawberries. Okay. You guys are going to say I'm nuts, but I've been eating this, gosh, since I was a kid. You know how you can go to Walmart, you can go to the frozen section, and you can get those sliced strawberries already sweetened and juiced, like great value, over where the frozen fruit is. You know, they're in a little, for lack of a better word, it's Tupperware container. They're in a container. And yeah, they're really good. So I eat those. I take Ritz crackers or Townhouse crackers and I crush them up. And I don't crush them up super fine. I just break them up. And I mix those in with my strawberries in a bowl and I eat them. The salty and the sweet is so good. You'll thank me later. Try it. You'll thank me later. I do eat some weird food combinations. I like to use mustard as a dip for my Fritos. Like corn chips, I sure do. What else? I like to eat dill pickle slices on a Ritz cracker or a Townhouse cracker. I was telling someone the other day, I was on someone's live, and I said that I make my meatloaf with salsa. And one of my Facebook group members was on the live, and they messaged me later, and they're like, so you need to tell me about this salsa meatloaf, because I've never heard of such a thing. I'm like, it's on Pinterest, but I'm like, or at least I assume it is. It's just the way that my mom makes meatloaf is with salsa. It's really, really good. So some people make it with ketchup. Some people make it with barbecue sauce. I make mine with salsa. So what else? Weird combinations. My daughter could probably tell you like a million. She'd be like, oh, well, my mom eats this. But she eats Fritos and mustard as well. So she can't say much. She also, and this is disgusting, she eats ketchup with her garlic bread. Ugh. First off, I am not a big ketchup fan, and I love garlic bread, and I think that is such an absolute waste. You know? Yeah, that's just some of my foods that I eat that are a little bit different. But the strawberries, like I said, they're frozen and they're in their syrup and they're sweetened. I can't eat a ton of them, but I take and just bust up my Ritz crackers or Townhouse. I think right now I have Townhouse in there. And put them in there. It's really, really good, you guys. It's just sweet and salty. It's like eating, you know, chocolate covered potato chips. Those are really, really good. And like chocolate and heat, like with their jalapeno chocolate. I love that. But anyway, so that's it. I mean, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to do, I think, maybe a couple more and then call it good and go put my laundry in and take a bath and get warm because I'm freezing to death and watch this weather and maybe get some sleep before. I'm going to have to check the National Weather Service and see what they're saying. We have a chat that we're in with them and see what they're saying about the weather here, so I can kind of know if I can get comfortable or do I just need to keep diamond painting. Anyway, you guys have a great one. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.